talk too much. Then you never shut up. He said you talk too much. Oh boy, you never shut up.
Hello friends, Cowboy Joe Boo here with the Joe Boo Report, and I'm excited as can be because tonight we're going to have our very first ever live stream event at 9 o'clock. We'll be doing questions and answers from you guys, the fans. And speaking of you guys, be sure you subscribe to the Joe Boo Report. Click over here. That way you'll know about any future events that we have. Now, of course, we're going to go to First Take Dallas Cowboys because every day they're always talking about the Dallas Cowboys. And we really know what the A stands for in the Stephen A. Smith name, don't we? Well, today, they're talking about Stephen Jones saying that the hardest decision he's had to make is benching Tony Romo. Let's go to the tape.
Stephen Jones, the Cowboys CEO and Director of Player Personnel, also Jerry's son, did a video Q&A with Cowboys fans and was asked to name the most difficult Cowboys decision he's had to make.
No question for me, it's been our decision here to play the hot hand and keep going with Dak and have Tony, who has handled this with such class and such professionalism in terms of what's in the best interest of our football team at this moment. But certainly been very difficult for everybody because of all the great things Tony's done for our franchise.
Oh, Max, what does it say about the Joneses?
I think it says really good things, to tell you the truth.
Really?
Yes, I do. Look, the NFL is ruthless in terms of their efficiency, right? And that's ideally how business works. That business should be very efficient, and they run the team as a business and all that. But there is a redeeming quality about people who not only value loyalty, but reciprocate it. Who have, and this happens even with bad people who play for the Cowboys. You see Jerry Jones come out and defend them and like, dude, you can't defend that guy. Do you know what that guy just did? I mean, how many times are we up here talking about that? And it's because Jerry Jones, in his personal experience, and Marcellus Wiley, my former broadcast partner, happy birthday, by the way.
Happy birthday, Marcellus.
Yeah, so, but Marcellus Wiley used to talk about this. He played 1 year for Jerry Jones. Didn't play well. For Bill Parcells on the Cowboys, and has nothing but good things to say about Jerry Jones. The people who play for him like them because he has their back no matter what. He's a loyal guy, and you see it in Stephen Jones too. Now, it's not toward every player all the time. In this case, it's the quarterback, the longtime quarterback. That bodes well for Dak Prescott. That would make me, if I were a player, want to play for the Cowboys, that they not only demand loyalty, but reciprocate it, even when it's unpopular. And I think that's why, and in this case, they handled the whole thing right the whole time. Well, it's Romo, it's Romo, it's Romo. Okay, maybe it's Dak. Okay, now it's Dak. Hey, Tony, can you hold a press conference just telling everyone so we can move on? And what's Romo supposed to say at that point? No to the people who have been that loyal to him? I'm sure Romo, though it was difficult, probably said, in this imagined conversation in my own mind, probably said, I got to do what I got to do for these people. They do it for me. And it is a redeeming quality of the Cowboys and of Jerry and Stephen Jones.
I'm being a little emotional right now because Max was so touching in what he just said. I mean, oh my Lord, the Dallas Cowboys are loyal and they're just so sensitive.
You as cold as ice, Stephen A.
No, I mean, hold on. Jerry Jones is such a wonderful guy, and so is Stephen Jones. I mean, Molly, isn't it touching? Isn't it touching? I mean, are you listening to Max Kellerman sit here talking about how touched he is about the Dallas Cowboys? Are you kidding me? Y'all make me sick with this nonsense. All right, fine. You're a boss, and you know what? This guy has performed for me for years, so because of that, it was such a hard decision. What the hell was hard about it? What was hard about it? Tony Romo has won 2 playoff games in 10 years? That's what's hard? That's what's hard? How about your fan base? How about the people that the paying customers that you charge, the exorbitant prices that you charge to come to your billion-dollar playpen? How about that? How about the fact that they haven't had, what's the last time the Dallas Cowboys been in the NFC Championship game? 1995, was that the year? I mean, I'm looking, but I didn't see it. I got my glasses on right now. It was 19, I mean, refresh my memory. David Sabino, is that true? Is it 1995? I mean, I think that's what it is. Not 1995 is 2016, going into 2017.
Hold on, carry the one.
Which carries the one over, which makes about 21 and a half years, 22 years, okay? 22 seasons you ain't been in a conference championship game with your $1 billion playpen, with all the headlines and everything like that. And we're supposed to sit up here and get all emotional. I mean, just Stephen Jones didn't even have the father didn't even have the decency to put that quote out there. It was the son. What was that, on Skype? Talking to fans or something?
That was a tight shot, though.
What was it?
Stephen A., that's a tough angle for anybody right there.
What am I missing? What am I missing? Stephen Jones, it was just by far, it was just the hardest decision.
Let me ask you something.
So a guy that wins 2 playoff games for you in a decade, 2 in a decade, that you are paying about $108 million.
Maybe he needed Dak to count up some more wins.
It's so hard. It's so hard. So let me get this straight. Tony Romo getting paid lovely. You know what I'm saying? Hey, he ain't gonna be. There's no issues with him. The checks are coming. I think I remember correct. Checks are coming. Even while you got the back surgeries, even though while you're on the sideline with your Dallas Cowboy paraphernalia, even while you got the headsets on, don't have to take the hits to the back now. Don't have to worry about the broken collarbone now. Lord, the house is chill. And by the way, there's no state income taxes in Texas. I mean, my Lord. I mean, he's getting all that money. Let him come to New York. Let New York or New Jersey get some of those dollars in taxes, okay? But Tony Romo doesn't have to worry about that either.
Don't you know?
And somehow, some way, I'm supposed to be touched.
When people ask our bosses, who do you think wins those debates, Max or Stephen A? And they're like, well, it's really hard, but you know, Max beats him, but Stephen A really does great. They don't really mean that you do great compared to me. They're trying to protect your feelings.
The boss doesn't say that. The bosses are thinking about getting you a new wardrobe, my man. They're tired of damn black and blue suits. They're tired of black and blue suits. That's what they're tired of, okay? They want you to step it up. They want you. When you gonna see Max or something like this, Molly? But we won't go there. We won't go there.
Molly, just tell him. Tell him. He doesn't know.
All I'm trying to say is this.
So
are we really supposed to be so tired?
What would you like them to do differently?
No. All I'm trying to say is this. You know what?
Not say that it's that big of a
Treat him.
decision.
Why? Time out. I don't know what this is, but here's my answer. Treat him like you would treat any quarterback who won 2 playoff games for you in a decade. That's all I ask. That's all I ask. Is that too much to ask, Mollywood? I don't think that's too much to ask.
They handled this perfectly, and they continue to handle it perfectly. Let me tell you something. If something should happen to Dak Prescott, if for some reason his play falls off, or you don't wish injury on anyone, but some unforeseen incident should occur, and they need Tony Romo, do they want a Tony Romo who has the vote of confidence of the organization, who feels like they've had his back all along, or do they want a Tony Romo who feels abandoned? They are doing the right thing by the quarterback.
That is a good point for backup situations the rest of the season. That was a very good point.
By the way, feel abandoned. That's what we said.
And by the way,
that's what we said.
They haven't handled. It's not like they actually didn't play Dak once Romo got better, right? Had they done that, then I would say, wait, this comment's out of line because Dak had the highest QBR in the most games this season and yada, yada, yada. That's not what happened. They're just paying lip service to Tony Romo to keep his confidence up, and somehow that's a bad thing?
Tony Romo.
Yeah, sometimes Stephen A wins debates. They need your confidence up.
I'm just saying,
he doesn't have a confidence problem. Don't worry about that.
We talked about, no, I don't. So we talked about Tony Romo, and I just want to make sure I'm clear. We talked about his feelings.
Yeah.
Right? Tony Romo's feelings.
Yes.
Right. Okay.
Feeling
Tony
abandoned.
Romo, 6 years.
Yeah.
$108 million.
Pretty good about that.
Including a $25 million signing bonus. $55 million in guaranteed dollars.
Yeah.
An average annual salary of $18 million per.
He can feed his family this Christmas.
This year alone, his base salary was $8.5 million.
Buy some therapy.
All right.
Feelings
So I'm just sitting there going like this. Really? That's where we are. We're talking about his because you know what?
Stephen A. Smith, you callous.
We don't want him to feel abandoned in case he has to get back in the game. We need him to feel good.
I just want to ask you a question, Hollywood. Yeah. We don't want the $108 million quarterback who's won 2 playoff games in his career to feel abandoned.
No. We need his mind right in case he's got to step in. I've swayed to Max's side during this argument.
It's not all about the money. It's just mostly about the money.
We want the 108.
It's always about the money.
It ain't all about the
No,
money.
it's
Come on,
mostly
come on.
about the
It ain't all
It's mostly
about
about the money.
You're a liar.
Mostly about the money. It's not all about the money.
All
It's
about the
mostly-
Benjamins,
About the
baby.
money.
It's not about the Benjamins, right? 108 million, 55 million guaranteed,
that's right.
$25 million signing bonus. But we want to sit here and be sensitive to Tony Romo's feelings. Really?
Yeah.
You know.
And by the way, if I was Dak Prescott, I'd feel good about playing for this organization. Because when I'm old and a young kid replaces me, this is the treatment I can expect.
I would
Maybe.
too. I would feel. I recall Jerry Jones mistreating Emmitt Smith. I'm just saying.
Yeah, not a quarterback.
I'm sorry. Oh, not a quarterback.
No.
Oh, so now we go by position.
Yep.
Oh, so it's not the player.
Yep.
It's the position.
Yep.
Hey, you see, because understand something. 1 minute he's saying it's the player because he brought in Marcellus Wiley, who didn't have that great of a year.
Yep.
This is what Max said.
No,
not
he
me.
certainly did not.
Okay, so that's what he
Marcellus,
said.
You do that Max voice again.
He didn't have that great year, right? But still, Jerry Jones treated me great. But he mistreated Emmitt Smith now. I'm just saying.
Here's the other thing about
Really?
Tony Romo. When at the end of a running back's career, when they're not good anymore, that's one thing. Tony Romo, when healthy, is still an excellent player. The issue
By the way,
is simply his availability.
Hold on.
3 of the last 4
And
seasons.
you
sir.
said what about his availability?
He's unavailable usually. Right, but now he is.
Oh, really?
But he's available now.
Availability
So
is
now,
the best
hey, hold
ability.
on. It's Wednesday.
But he-
What that got to do with Sunday?
Because he's not playing, so he should remain available
I'm saying
in
to you-
case that isn't.
I'm saying to
you
you,
want his confidence
Max Kellerman
high.
has sounded so bad about Tony Romo that even if Tony Romo was playing this Sunday, Max would sit there and say, well, it's Wednesday. Anything can happen between now and Sunday with him.
That's right.
That's what you would say.
That's
So
why
I
he's
don't wanna
best
hear-
served as a backup.
Really, exactly.
And where the Cowboys have him, by the way.
I never said he wasn't best served as a backup.
And that's where the Cowboys
I'm talking
have
about
him.
his feelings.
So you
I'm
don't
talking
like
about his
the
feelings.
comments they're making
I'm
supporting him?
I'm saying to you, you seem touched by their feelings
Yes.
for him.
Yeah.
And so do
He's
you.
doing well. We're playing mind games.
So
You're
do
twisting
Stephen A.
it so he's
Smith,
ready
you
to
can mock
become-
everyone's humanity. That doesn't discount it.
Mocking their humanity. Sure, Molly. I'm being cruel, Molly, because $108 million man, $55 million guaranteed. His feelings, y'all. Let me ask the camera folks over there.
That makes me feel a lot better.
I'm insensitive. I'm insensitive, fellas. That's what it is. That's what I'm insensitive to Tony Romo. You got to be. Hold on. Let me get my tissue.
If I made $108 million,
Rich people have feelings too.
I
I'm
wouldn't
getting
be sensitive.
emotional. I'm getting emotional right now, okay? Stephen Jones. Let's go to break. I'm just getting emotional.